Alexa. Alexa, level 2. Ooh, my elbow. Do, 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 do. Doobie doobie doo boop 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 boopie doobie doo boopie doobie doo. Let's see what I have in here. I've kept that. It don't work. It doesn't work. Boobie doobie doo boop 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 boop. Boobie doobie doo. Oh, another one. Square. Is that the same? Oh, square, circle. Oh, let me see. That's the one. Oh, yes. Okay, let's go for a little walk. Stop. Ban me. Right, circle punches everywhere. Different sizes, different makes, same size, silly woman. And I've got like a square one, what I found. Some little diddy ones that I thought I had more of the, you know, the circle shape. Never mind, they'll do. A couple of squares. Sputnik. I did have a heart one. Oh, it's there. Right, so first of all, oh, and another Sputnik one. I want to tell you what we've got on the show tomorrow. First thing is, my great-grandfather, or was it great-great, was called Professor McCann and his Leaping Dogs. And he was, told you we had a travelling background. And he was went before the Queen and everything. So we managed to get some pictures, and he's there, Professor McCann and his Leaping Dogs. So that's him, looking very dapper with his dogs. And there he is. That's the thing for the Queen. So I made this from GSL Cuts, which is it's a thingy box, a bathing box, but it's actually I've made it into his little boudoir. I mean, you could take his door. I don't know whether I want to finish his door. Oh, it could be a kennel. It's got like little steps on it. How cool is that? I'll show you all. And the next thing I've done is the Shrieking Shack. Not for everybody. So I did the Shrieking Shack, and it's a bit like it's got broken windows. Just got to put a little line on there, actually. It's got like windows, and these started off as little sort of houses that you put together yourself, but I've made a really murky manner. Not for everybody. Hello, Jackie. Hi, Facebook user. Can you answer yes to allowing them to use your name? Otherwise, I don't know who you are. So put some 3D stuff on there. So I thought you'd like that. The next thing I wanted to show you was many years ago when I was studying, doing my degree. Another part of my other family was my dad's family was great grandma was a suffragette. Now we can't find out because of adoption and stuff whether it was Amelia, Mary, or Emily Brown, but she was. So in order to do that, this was one of my pieces I did. Or it must be 30 years. No, that's a lie. It must be about 25 years. So this was owed to. So this was, I don't know if you remember, but used to have church kneelers, and that's all women were allowed to. And then I've got some of the papers and the Pankhurst stitching every letter. And each page is like, it's got hat pins on it and badges. And it goes on. I really love this. So I did I did scrapbooking, journaling many years ago. So, you know, people who think that I've just started, forget it. I did this many years ago. And this was like an ode to them. So, and it was all purple and green, and it was, you know, you could, you can't have the vote if you're a woman, but if you're, what a man may have been, yet not lose his vote. Convict, lunatic, don't know what that is, and perpetual liar, a slaver, a drunkard, excuse my language, sorry, I shouldn't have said that, but, and unfit for work. So I don't agree with any of that, what it's just said, but that was my sort of, you know, calling. So this week, the lovely Sally at let me just show you this, it's just so blooming amazing. The Relatively Thoughtful, sorry Sarah, I was just looking at stuff, not to tell your name. Relatively Thoughtful has got this amazing kit, and she sent it me. Oh my gosh, some of my family's in this actually. So we've got 15 pattern papers, we've got 4 vintage postcards, votes for women. She sent me some paper to use, and look at this. This is what happened to my great grandma. This is what happened to her. She was force-fed in jail, breaking a window. So it's very. These are all replicas, but they're so absolutely brilliant to read. So Sally, can I just say what an amazing kit this is? I just love it. I just love it. It ticks all my boxes. It really, I've got goosebumps, and people know me. If I've got goosebumps, it means something. And Pankhurst House is just round the corner from where I was born. So, yeah. So please go and have a look at the store. They do all sorts of different things called Titanic stuff and everything. Relatively Thoughtful. Go and join the Facebook page, but more importantly, go and have a look at the website. And it's just got classy stuff. That's all I can say. So this is going to be my next project after the shows, and it's going to be not in comparison, but it's going to be answering this, or shall I say the next version up. Does that make sense? So anyway, I'm really, I love them. I think they're absolutely brilliant. So thank you, Sally. I can't wait to get hold of them. I just don't want to use them now because they're too nice, but the papers are beautiful. And in Stockport, there's the underground shelter, and we had an underground dinghy shelter, and it's built under bank or under hill, and it's quite hilly, Stockport, and these replicas are sold there. And it's fabulous stuff. So today, right, let's get rid of all this palaver. Oh, I didn't show you. It's got scaffold poles. I need his way of using my blooming straws. So I've got my punches. Not many people in today, but there again, I didn't think it would be in this weather. I've got, let me put that with my packages. All my punches. I'm going to use some papers that I've got, and I'm going to use some little bibs and bobs that I've got. So that's not a bad one, is it? I like that. Let's go with that. Yeah, that'd go with that one, wouldn't it? Not that. That'd go with that one. Oh, just get them out. Just stop messing. Get them out. So I've got some gel plate prints here that I want to use. There are some of them that do need binning, but There's some that are quite nice, but I have to be quite careful because some of them are on card and they're not best suited, you know what I mean. Oh, I've got paper, I've got some marble papers that I did, and I've got some more pinky papers, so let's have a go at that. Oh, what are these in here? Have a quick look. Oh, these might be a bit heavy. Oh, I love these are my favourites. I like them. And then these are some backgrounds ready to do. Can you see it gold on them? Shimmer, shimmer. And these are all to finish. So, let's go back to what we're supposed to be doing. I picked a piece of paper, black paper up today, because I just thought, let's try black paper. Now, I'm going to have to wean this. I did have some other coloured paper actually here, but I didn't want to use them because I thought, no, you won't have them papers, but I've got them, so I don't want to sort of. Right, let's have a look at these. I'm not a lover of these two colours, but oh, we've gone right down now. Right, let's have a quick look at these. Pink, I want some pink. Let's have a quick look at these. I think that's better, don't you? Or I could go, oh, hang on, that's better. Or I could go that and that and that and that. A load of turquoise on it. Oh, that's nice. So, no, I'm going to stick with that one because that's not my normal colour scheme, and normally when that happens, it's not bad when I finish it. I have got some more plain paper. Well, when I say plain, I mean ish. I don't think I own plain paper. So let's have a quick look at what we did. So the first one that we did was using papers and we patterned them. Hi, Angela. And we've got some great sort of patterns within it, and then it's very busy, but you know, you can use it. So then we went on, oh, it's curly with the heat. You can tell now the heat has absorbed, dried the papers out, made them a bit curly, but I quite like them. So here we've got the one I did the second time when we're just using inks and watering them down, but we use the same idea. So this might be a two in one. I have got some old bits that I've cut off, and this is like sticky back paper, and I was doing some line drawings. Do you remember when I did my aviation and stuff? That was for this, testing out stuff. So be careful that you don't throw these away, because when I start to cut these up now, you're going to be very surprised. And these are off the pound shop. They've got a sticky back and a glossy sticky back as well. So yes, I've got this little book as well, which is really pretty. It wasn't when I started, it was a mock-up book, but oh wait. Oh right, sorry, that's 6. This would be quite a nice one to do solid colours in, wouldn't it? Little ones, you know, that size. Yeah. So think about little ones in your book. So let's go with this. I've got a piece of black card. I'm quite aware that it's not square. I'm not too worried about that. Just want to show the back a little bit better. So I think we'll have that as the background today. Okay. So no. Oh, look at that colour. Oh, it's got to be that one on it. It's got to be that one. It's got to be done. Right. Everything change. Everything change. Sorry, I know what you're all going, oh, what are you doing that for? Oh my word. Yes. You can see now how it's constantly changing. So we're going to have the background as this, which I think is absolutely bobbylicious. Absolutely bobbylicious. 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 Right. I've left me doodad upstairs, but never mind. Where there's a will, there's a way. I've just got to get a pair of scissors because of, obviously, being me, I forgot where everything is. That might be a bit thick. I think this is going to be too big, but at least I know it's round. Got a plate that's too big. Ow! Ow, ow, ow. Got a plate that's too big, so, I know it's not perfect, but I'm just going to draw around it, right? She says, wake up your pen. It's got glue on it. Oh, I've voice run out. Oh dear. I do always pick one that's run out. I'm going to have to move it. It's sort of smidged down a bit, so bring it up a bit. It's very slippery. Everything is sliding around. I don't know if you saw me yesterday in my headgear, but yeah, it was absolutely not burnt because I put 150 million factor on. So yeah, but it was absolutely roasting yesterday at the match. But yeah, I looked like an Ewok. I really did look like an Ewok. Quite scary. Right. Now, I'm not particularly loving this with the bits on, but we'll see how it goes because you all have seen how it changes. You know, how the background can change. So I might just, you know, go in a bit smaller. Oh, just had a really good idea, but I'm not sure. I'm doing it. That's so weird. Just let me neaten it up a bit. That's better. Right, so we've got this odd looking shape here. I'm going to glue it down before I start getting all worried about what I've done. Oh, come on. Shouldn't use that pin. It's not good, you know, it's got a thingy end, a rusty end. So look, not conducive. So you've got to get rid of your rust. A bit like me, I'm a bit rusty. Oh, for crying out loud. Right, okay, try. If you're hearing like sounds like I'm mowing the lawn, it's not. It's the got the what you call it on, the fan on. Oh, it's one of them days. One of them days. Got glue everywhere. Right, stick there, you silly woman. Right. Okay, glued down. Okay, glued down. Very nice, unannounced visitors. Well, I wish people didn't have to. You don't have to apologise to me, you know. I'm not worried. You do what you do. Just put my breakfast plates away. So here, I'm going to go with oh wow, look at that, sexy. That was the marbling I did, do you remember? So, see, this needs behind it now, doesn't it? It needs like that, or something plain behind it that's going to allow it to show through. I wouldn't say white so much, whereas that's annoying me. So maybe this, yeah, I think that'd be one. So all I'm going to do is glue this down first. You should always use a steel pin, and then you're not going to get it rusting. So I'm going to glue that down first, like that, and then go into it with trying to keep that equidistance away. And if it's a bit wobbly like mine is, don't worry. Like it already. See, just looking at some of these sides. See, if you put it equidistance, you any wibbly wonky lines, it really doesn't catch the eye as much. So I'm just gluing in the middle. Would help if I moved over, wouldn't it? So I'm just gluing in the middle, and the reason you can see how warm it is. I'm gluing in the middle so that anything I want to slip behind that, I can. So I've saved that because I think that's beautiful. I have got some orange on its own, or even these, which are quite pretty, aren't they? So, you know, keep that in mind, keep them to one side. I'll keep the pinks. Weird that, innit? I just turned it over and there it was. So, okay. I am just now going to put, see, I don't want to waste that. Will this cut this? Let me stand up, give it a bit of wellet. Might just wonk at this. I don't think that's a word, is it? Oh, yeah, cool. Add some sorting my stuff out. I'm finding like punches and, you know, instead of putting them back in the right place, like you're supposed to do. I don't. 1, 2, 3. I can't have more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go for 6. And then keep the smaller bits for smaller bit. Oh, just sat on the scissors. That could have been very dangerous. So I've got them. So now I'm looking for some colour to sort of. Is that a bit big? Trying to think which will go in that. That'll go in that, won't it? So if I look for the green. Aha! Small. You might not be able to see it, but it has got silver in it. So we've got music paper in them. like that. So now where's that little square? This will do. Try this one. Oh God, sorry. Sorry guys. Oh! Oh wow! This has got a frilly edge. Whoa! Frilly edges. Get in. Oh my gosh, love it. It's got a frilly edge. You knew that? I didn't know that. Frilly edges. Fandabby dozy. It's got frilly edges. How do you lift it up? Right. Oh, it's got frilly edges. It's like a poke. Oh, I'm into that. I'm into that one. Right. That one's just a square, but I will use that later. I need a dot now. So let's go with, so we've got that. Maybe something a little bit bigger that we need. So something below, do you think? What do you reckon? Might need some plain papers. Right, okay, let's have a look at what we're doing. Okay, we've got the big blocky background, which we can slip underneath these. And I'm playing with these. Now these can be anywhere, can't they, if you've not glued the damn thing. Sorry for swearing. If you line up those lines with your corner lines, like that, not too sure whether I want it like this, but that's one way, isn't it? So let's have a look at the other way. If you keep the halfway line halfway, now the thing is, do you want it, let me try and keep the, right, so we've got it going like that. So now let's put them on and then them on. See, all depends on how much you want showing. See, I think I prefer that myself. What do you think, guys? And the thing is, it's equidistant, isn't it? So if we put it on the line again, like that, we should have 7 really. Oh, it's so thoughtful, this, you know, just sitting down and messing. Right, like, do I like that? Questions? I actually do, because I like the orange, you know, on it. And we could do some serious doodling now and that. Oh, right, 1 minute. Let me just cut this. I hope I've got another one. Yeah, I have. Now, my scissors. I'm just thinking, what would it look like if we... It's quite an optical illusion like that, isn't it? I'm not too sure whether I like it because it's pointless, isn't it? So I'm just thinking, just sacrifice one to play around with. Which do you like? So you could just go along. Oh, now. Could do this, couldn't we? I'm going to do what I started with. Keep it. Where's my bit gone? Where's my other bit gone? There it is. Keep it like that so my lines are on this edge. This edge. Top, bottom. Like that. Now let's look at this. So we want these basically there and there. Split it up like that. Split it up like that. Oh, my hands get a bit jerky in the mornings. Right, yeah, okay. Looks a bit odd now, I know, but I've glued that down. So glue, wiggle. Oh, don't like that. Hate that. Dries clear makes me so mad because it's not dries shiny, not clear. Hate it. So I've brought tweezers. It's drying so fast. What an excuse. Okay, looks very strange, and it will do. So my question is, do we want that there? Sorry. Or do we want it on like that? I think on like that. So, oh, come on. But glue them, I thought glue them together then. Turn them over, turn them over. Oh, it'll start. Sorry, it bans me. About halfway either way. Hi, Jackie. I'm only seeing a couple on mine, so I've probably got no one in house, but who cares? Whoever's in there, we're having a nice time together, I think. So when you join on StreamYard, what you have to do is give, oh, for crying out blooming loud, you have to give them permission to use your name. It's a bit of a bum, but it just stops any shenanigans, I think. So, oh, I like that. Right. Hello, Carola. Carola or Carola. I'm not too sure how to pronounce it. I always feel really rude doing that because, you know, I don't know people's names when they're from a different country. I always get really embarrassed that I don't know how to pronounce them the right way because, well, it could seem a little bit rude, couldn't it? Now I'm going to go with a big flower. Now, I don't know whether this is too big. I'm going to try a little one. No, well, not a little. Is that medium? That's medium. So I need a small one. Let me try this. Because don't forget, I've got the postage stamp. So I'll have to do something behind it. So I'm not too sure because I've got a postage stamp, haven't I? See, I like the right, okay. Go in with your bobbles. Commit to the stick as Janice says, commit to stick. I keep having to remember that these are what you call it, the opposites of the opposites, you know, open them to open. You have to push them to, oh God, I have to push them to open them, sort of thing. Right. I'm doing it in a diamond shape, and I know it is not square, so it's slightly off, but I'm doing it so that I can get continuity with the outside music sheet. So I've got that. Don't forget, we're going to bring out some colours and decorations, you know, using what you call it with this. Colour and decoration using pens. Wasn't that hard, was it? Right, okay, so I'm looking at this here. Just seeing if half would fit between, and I think I like it. I'm about to lose control, and I think you'll be banning me again. About a year ago now, I had a new company. We've not used them since because, you know, times are hard, aren't they? And I've had to change it a little bit because of the outside edge being a bit wonkers. And I was working for West Designs, and he had fabric as well, and I managed to get the Faber-Castell, which is, as you know, I'm a huge fan. And I did the marbling show, which was, it was stunning. Loved it. I just got carried away and marbled everything. Some of it is in daily use, like my phone cover. It needs doing again now. But yeah, I loved it. So here we're just adding some definition to it. I'm not too sure if I want that there because there's a huge difference. So before it sticks, yes, let me just see. No. Leave that there for a minute. I've disowned that idea a bit. So I'm pulling myself back to this one here. So we need maybe something like this. Just let the imagination go. Don't worry about anybody else or anything else. Don't worry that you're down. Don't worry about anything. You and me at this moment are doing this. Life is way too short to be worried about other people. That's all we ever do. We can't do it anymore. We've got to be, number one is you. And we'll do it together. Because it's really important that we do. And, you know, in this current climate, everybody's trying to get work. I get that. But just remember that when you're doing that, that person needs work as well. And it's very it's heartbreaking when you get let down again and again and again. But we keep getting it, don't we? So, you know. So here I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking we need maybe cutting for. Always sacrifice one piece of paper, one colour, one something, so that you have, how can I put it, that you have got something you can work with, if you know what I mean. Don't be worried about a piece of paper. And sometimes when you don't do it and don't worry about something, it turns out to be amazing. And the other times, like, oh, I don't want to do this, but yeah, just do it, because you can always do another. Here I'm just cutting it, so I've got this shape again from the outside. Looks very busy, but I quite like that. So I'm just going to put blob, blob, blob. It's come off, never mind. Blob, blob, blob. Right, I do need to make sure that this is glued down. Should it be that way or that way? I like it that way because it's a bit different, isn't it? Right, so then get your in there, that dot there. So if you're concentrating more on the dot, just a little bit off the circle. Crap with these. Don't know that. Alexa, level 1. Right, I'm happy with this. I might do a little bit more. Hello, Anja. Hello, Hanya and Anja. I'm sorry. I want to say, as I said before, I'm incredibly useless at names, so please forgive me. I try to sort of say them how they should be said, but more often than not, I forget to ask first, and then I say it, and it's not the pronunciation. So I do apologise. Right, I'm just going to do a square now. I think that's all I really need. I'm going to keep the tiny weeny bits. I've got some circles I've already cut out, and then I'm going to go in with some black paper, I think. There we go. So yeah, that's it. Right, it looks incredibly bright. Good, love it. Brilliant, love it, love it, love it, love it. So don't forget, I've got some of these as well. So if I want to, I can go ahead and, you know, and I've got these as well, which would work quite well on that as a different shape. In fact, that's pretty snazzy, that, isn't it? Yeah, it's got to be done. And these are the circles that I had. I've cut them in half. I think you'll see a big difference when I start to glue them on and draw around them, because at the moment it's just chaotic, and all you're seeing colours. That's all you're seeing is colours and shapes, and it's like, whoa, that's so in your face. But it needs definition, and it needs to be defined, shaded, and there's some gold in these sheets that you don't see, you know, it doesn't look that clear on the camera, but yeah, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to pull it down now. You need, oh, I've got these as well. Do I want them on it? No, don't stop. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? Stop in the name of love. Right, okay, I'm going to put them over there. Oh, you should take mess. Don't forget, this is what we did before, and you know how busy they were, and when we defined them with, you know, other stuff, then it was a different kettle of fish, as we say. So I've got some Sputniks there, but what I do need to do is define these a little bit. So I'm going to go Does that work? Oh, wish that. Oh, I think I broke it. Well, it ain't working now, is it? Oh, look at that. On my arm. That's one foot bent. I'm going to keep that one now, that teeny weeny one, because that might come in. And I might even do something like, oh, hang on, here. Right, bear with me. Oh, this is, get here. You could even put, no, stop. Right, come on, back to, why is it on autofocus? I don't do autofocus. Should be off. Right, let me get it on auto. Let me get this off here. Hate autofocus. Yeah, keep with the dirty inky nails. Keep with the dirty inky nails. Keep with the dirty inky nails. Bag of poo. Oh, I'm so sorry. Right, come on down. I'm so sorry it's behaving like this. I'm just going to have to carry on though, guys. I'm really incredibly sorry. Right, so let's get this started now. You can basically see what I'm doing, can't you? So the first thing I'm going to do is go round my circle with a couple now of dodgy lines like that, because I went off. So when I say dodgy lines, you'll see what I mean in a minute. So go round them, go on them, come off them. There we go. Okay, so now I've got a felt tip here. This internet is driving me nuts. Let me just switch over. I am so sorry. Right. I think that's a little bit too thick. Commit to it. Right, if you've got a very thick line like I've just got, for crying out loud. Sorry, I'm going to have to pull nearer. It's still fuzzy. I don't know what's going on with it. We're having problems with the internet all weekend. That's not Niagara Falls. That's the blue upstairs, by the way. I know you can hear it. So the first bit of definition is this. Okay. All right, like that. Hey, don't move your hand, don't move your hand. So now what I'm going to do is do the full circle. Now, when you've got a thick line like this, don't stress, honestly. There's a reason you don't stress, and that's because we go back in with a white pen or a gold pen to split the colour up. like that. So we've got the circle there. Get rid of that, it looks a bit daft. So now what I'm going to do, it's a bit too thick. I'm going to go in with the 7. Now you see the glue. Now if you do have glue, and get your nail file on it, your emery board, or a little bit of file paper, and just go over it, and it does sort of takes the glue. If you're quick enough, take the glue away. Now if you've gone right off kilter there, don't worry. Now what's the time? Oh, we've got a bit of time left. I thought I was going over. So we've got the circles showing now a little bit, which is good. I'm going to go round. Oh, I know why I'm not working. Not my feet down. Have your feet flat on the floor. If you want to stick your tongue out while you're concentrating, do that as well. But be in the moment and concentrate. Do several light movements instead of one massive thick that you're pushing. Don't push the pen. Let the pen do the work. Here I'm doing that, and then you see it doesn't matter because you've got that many wobbly lines on this. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I'm now going to do a bit of dark there. You might need to stick yours down a bit better than I have. Fine. And I'm going over gold. So the gold is slightly resistant to this, but don't worry. And the glue is. You're just trying to get a bit of definition on your work. So this week I've got Gypsy Soul laser or GSL laser tomorrow at 3 o'clock, and then at 3 o'clock I've got Mixed Media Good Archer, and 7 I've got Global, which I'm really excited about. And yeah, I've not got I haven't, but I have got some very exciting news and stuff. So what I am going to do now is change up this colour, because like we did last time, we need something that is going to bring. They're the same colour. They look it, don't they? But I want to bring the blue into this, so I'm going to check. That's the blue. It's a little bit dark, so what I don't want to do is go over the top. Now I'm just going to split this down like that, only because you can see my little oh, where's my water gone? It's dried up. How can it dry up in an hour? Get the water off the bloody seat. Got tons of water on my seat. I'm back. Oh, I'm back again, she says. Right, okay. Now, I still want to bring this colour. So what I'm going to do is just, I need this in here. Can you see? It's not popping at the moment. Thank you for those people don't want black, although it is a very good colour to use. That blue is perfect. Yeah, and then let's go for the green. Oh, and let's go for, oh, the purple gives me some depth. So I've got my water brush and I'm going to bring that colour into that. So I'm just going to add a little bit of water to it. Now these are Pentel pens, the great pens. I did have them on a couple of weeks ago because Leonie had COVID, so they asked me to do it. And these are pens that I use anyway. They're not new to me at all. If you go to my storefront on Amazon, if you go to my link tree, it's all there. I'd like you to, if you would, go to my website and then go on the YouTube and subscribe, please, and like it, because that means then I'll get more views and there may be a chance of, you know, helping me to stay viable, because at the moment work is dried up. And if you'd like to try and help me by being a Patreon, that'd really help as well. A Patreon would seriously help me. Right. Oh, for crying out loud. It's always last one, isn't it? Always. Right, I'm just putting a little bit more blue on. And this has got a real shimmer on it. So it really does catch the light and a bit of, there, that's it. Can you see how it dries a little bit lighter? But you can see how it now looks like it's matching the other blue. Okay, so a little bit more there. I'm going to pull you back out a little bit, see if it behaves itself. No. So can you see how it's bringing that in now? And I look at this and I think maybe it needs, yeah, that's it. Tiny bit of blue. Not a lot. Just a watercolour amount. Yeah. Now, what I am going to do is drop in, this is newspaper print down here. So it'll feed up onto the edge of the petal, but also feed into the newsprint where the marbling's not caught. And you can see it starts to blend up and wick. And I love that. It gives it a really natural feel, she says. So we've got that. I'm going to get rid of this heaviness that I put right at the beginning just by adding green. There we go. Can you see? Just took that edge off it. So blend it out. Nothing is, you know, permanently not, you're not happy with. You can change anything to work for you. Like these, you know, at first I was like, whoa, what have I done that for? But as it came together, it needed definition, and I was like, wow, I'm so glad I did that. But I wasn't at first. Well, you know, I always tell you, I wasn't at first. It was like, what? You know, if you look at the difference, huge. Well, I think there is. Might be a bit harder to see. This camera's playing up because I put it on auto. I think it's on autofocus and it shouldn't be. Right, can you see how it's made that a little bit darker? Plus, I'm now going to put a little bit of purple in it and just run a line around this one. So it might not be very visible at the moment, but, and if you can see, it's that sort of colour. Let me move it over a bit. Can you see now? I've got a little bit of purple and then I've mixed it with green and I get this wonderful shaded colour. Oh, that's even better on these. Oops, sorry. So let me see now. Oh. Right, so we've got the base of really quite a nice little doofer. And doofer means piece of work. But when I'm going to do like my little blobs on it and my not stick pens, my, what are they called? You know, when you do your pearls, that's it, pearls. So what I'm going to do is just see if I can get some highlights on this, okay? So at the moment, I'm not going to do them all, I'm just going to do one or two. And remember, it's glue, it doesn't like it. Come on, don't. Right, okay, so we've got some of them. Don't do that to me. Come back. Come back, come back, come back. I'll have to leave that one and get another one. Right, I'm sick of these. I should get me non-block glue. So, round here, and you see how it's not got any definition, so I'm just going to drop some of this dark colour in. I'll catch the lines later with my white pen. Right, that'll be different now, it'll dry differently as well. Okay, so let's get I'm just thinking about, do we need that paper that I made or not? Maybe not. Right, I'm going to get my sketchbook. I'm going to look for some. Oh, yes. That pattern out of the book. That's a nice one. So let's have a look at this one. Should we go that way or that way? Right, all I'm doing is bringing pattern in. So I'm doing 2 lines, wiggly lines if you wish, ovals, misshaped, as many as you want. Go around your circle. I'm going to implement a little bit darker here just to give it a little bit more depth, don't worry. Do it all. I know it looks well dodgy when it starts, and that's what I love about it. I think the fact that people are getting used to it. I will be doing some classes next week, in the next few weeks, like drawing and painting. So if you've got the desire to maybe learn, I'll be doing a parchment one, which we did at Ditton. I'll be doing a drawing one, and I'll be doing 101 ways to leave your lover. No, 101 ways to do mixed media, which is going to be an online course between 2 of us, which I can't wait, and it'll be very interesting because it's like a tag team. So I'm just going to add that there, a bit more depth. I'll add a white line there later. just to, and I'll show you what I mean about that white line, and I'll do it on the, I think they're dry on the other lines, because it does look really heavy like this, but honestly, when you see what you can do with it. So let's see if it's dry, and I can try that one. Let me try this one. Let me try. Right, can you see how I've divided that line up, put dots there, do it again? I've not done it all. It's like broken. And little dots in that to break that up. I think this needs white dots around it to break that up. I think I'm the champion of looking like an idiot. No. And then of showing you ways of getting around things that perhaps you think, oh no, spoil it. You haven't. You haven't at all. Because it's made you perhaps think of another way of dealing with things. I do think that everybody should have some Bleed Proof White by Dr. P.H. Martin. Seriously. I know my friend Rachel is a fantastic artisan. She swears by it now. And I've brought it to you, tell you a few times. I'm not too sure whether I've got it on Tuesday. But yeah, it's fantastic stuff. Right, so I've got some little dots on there like that, and that makes me very happy. And here, see if it works. Oh, it's a bit wet. I think it won't work. No, it's a bit wet, that, so don't try it there. Let's see. I've got this blue pattern here. I think that's a bit much for that. So let's see if I've got a bright colour. Oh, I know what I need. Need some orange. Orange. Right, okay, so let's look for another pattern that's not as heavy. Oh, I wonder whether that would work on it yet. Oh yes, orange. Can't believe this has gone on to stupid autofocus. And it was funny because when I went on to live stream, it showed the picture of me first, and I was like, what? So something's afoot. So I'm just going around the edge with this. So it's a Pentel dual colour pen, which is amazing. It's one of those dual metallics, and it's stunning, really is stunning. And if you go onto my website, sorry, if you go onto my Facebook page, you'll find the link tree that's got my Amazon shop, my Patreon, all of it. You know, buy me a coffee, whatever you want. So here, very subtle, and in the light we've got the orange being brought out now. So we need to bring something into these now. I'm looking at these, and these seem to work really well. So I'm going to just do like that, and I will colour them in. Because I love colouring in. I will answer the questions when I come back onto Facebook, because I'm on StreamYard. I don't see it unless I have both Facebooks up. So yeah, aren't we exciting? We've got all these amazing people on doing lives from all over Europe, all over the world actually, giving us, showing us their wonderful talents and how, you know, how they've got their wonderful sort of style and ways of working, and then we can sort of utilize all that, because it's amazing. It really is amazing to think that they're giving all this, you know, free. It's perfect. So here I'm just colouring it outside because I want that to look. I'm just going to add a little bit of water to it because it's just there. That's better. Don't want it too strong though. Even on the green, it gives it that, and on the orange look, it gives it a darker orange look. That's one for the orange, for the whites as well. So we've got a nice bit of pattern happening. I'm looking at it thinking it seriously does need a white pen. I wonder if we should do that round it, you know, like a checkerboard. Yeah, so I'm changing the sizes. Like that. And it looks like we've got, you know, that wonderful sort of, to me it's Alice in Wonderland. I'm not the first to do it. There's been loads of people done it before me. But I think the thing is, as I always say, if you choose to do that, you must let people know. And then, if you cannot remember who did it, you make sure that people know that it's not your idea, but you make it your own. So I'm doing like short ones, thin ones, and then little ones. So I'm making the whole thing mine rather than just plain copying. So here what I'm doing is I always tend to work in threes. For some reason this one's got strange even numbers in it. And you see how that works. I'm not going to finish this today, but what I might do is Sunday, I'll come back Thursday, and if I don't get to finish this today, we'll get to finish it on Thursday, because I'm at the studio tomorrow and Tuesday. Oh, I'll be back Wednesday. Oh no, will I be driving back Wednesday? Yeah, I might be driving back Wednesday, so I might not be back. Yeah, we'll do Thursday. Someone will remind me. You know what my memory's like. I keep getting into trouble for my memory. People think it's me being rude, and they don't realise I haven't got a short-term memory. Long-term, yeah. Short-term, forget it. Right. Now, I'm not putting a white line around it, although you could do if you wanted to. You know, like they have a black and white line. Well, you could do that. Like a double line, like tram line, but I've chosen not to. I'm just keeping it black because I think the black looks just as good. Oh, I'm liking this. So I'm drawing the square and then I'm making it fill that space. I think once you realise that using all these colours together isn't as crazy as it looks, what you can do is colour them slightly, tone them down and make them more sort of moodleable. Just draw on them then, as they seem tamer. But you get your watercolour pencils, all that. Get your watercolour pencils out and start shading with them. You'd be amazed what you can do with that. I mean, that's what we did on that one, and you can see the little hearts and stuff. It's just bringing the colours down and making them work for you. So we've got the black round there. Hello, hello, hello. And for missing people, I do apologise. So I'm just going to outline this, I think, if it works on here. All about now, for those people who've joined us, new and old, mindful moodling came about at the very beginning of lockdown 19. And I will say it very big-headedly, I was one of the first to come online and I did chats, but I did something every day to try and appease the boredom that we were going through, and I realised that, you know, even though I've not been teaching in schools for quite a while, I haven't lost my drive. So I decided that I'd turn it into how-tos, lessons, free lessons. Then we went back to work and I decided to keep it on. And I've not stopped since. I've not done it every day, but I've not stopped. The only problem is it's getting harder and harder because people are having to look for jobs to try and, you know, get their income. So here what I'm going to do is, I quite like this, but it needs some definition. So I'm just going to do like little flowers. I don't know whether I want them all over. Oh yeah, what do you reckon? Quite pretty, isn't it? So I'll go with the white dots. I'm not too sure whether I want them all over, actually. No, I don't. Just want a few. I overpower it. So it spoils it for me. That's better, isn't it? Just a few. So go around where you will. way. It's amazing, isn't it, how we all start with one idea, and then by the end of it, we've got 2,000 more ideas, and it completely differs from what we started. So we've got that with a little dots there. It's coming together now. That is coming together. So now we need to pull, I think we need to pull in. I like these dots, but I do realise that they have to be relatively calmed down. Otherwise they look stupid, look too much. So I'm looking for the patterns that I was thinking a pattern on the note paper. I wonder if that'd work, because although it is note paper, no, I think that'd be too much that. So I know. Oh, schoolboy error. Never mind. Excuse me, sniffing, that's horrible. I do apologise. Make this a bit more. You know what's really nice, I've got to mention? A couple of years ago, Facebook, in its infinite wisdom, with me thinking I knew what I was doing, I made a mistake, a very simple mistake, and it demonized me. And what is so nice is some of those, well, a lot of those people that sided with others are now realizing how made up and how exaggerated and Chinese whispers it was, and they've come back to apologize and come back to say hello and befriend. And do you know what? I am so pleased, because that means everything. So thank you to those people. Thank you very much. So here we need something, don't we? We need something really. That's better, isn't it? We noticed on those reels, on videos on Facebook, they show you all these houses now. I wish they wouldn't. It's not fair, like if you've got a tiny house like mine, or people who perhaps haven't got, a lot of room, or they haven't got a house of their own, or they haven't got a house, then, that having that in your face all the time. Oh, here's a 7.5 million house. Well, no, if you've got a roof over your head and you're happy, you don't need that. But it's just so annoying to have it shoved in your face permanently. Right, just adding some white to this. That's brought that up. That's made that look very different now. Let's see. We've got the outline there. It needs to be stuck down. I need a little bit of depth there, so I'm going to go in with the purple. I'll bring it over here so you can see the green, the purple, the orange. Right, okay. What are those colours going to do? They're hopefully going to give me a bit of depth. They're going to give me a warm grey. All right, get it? A warm grey. So if we show it you on a piece of paper, get me? I'm just going to pop that there, just a little bit, and then bring it out. Keep mixing, because all these colours are already on it, so you won't. And if you go dark like that, then push it out with a bit more colour. I do need a bit more purple, because at the moment that's looking very, very green. Don't mind it, but it needs to be a bit more purpley. We do need more white, and that's something that I will do, but I won't be able to do it at the moment. So I'm going to go back round with these colours. There we go. See how it's coming together now? Do need a little bit here. Right, so we've got, oh, that's a bit dark. There we go. I'll put a little bit colour around the edges. It's, don't want to get rid of the white on the outside though. Don't want it to go quite over that. So just, you know, I don't want to get rid of that. So hopefully, if that's dry, what I want you to do to get a highlight is put dark next to light. Can you see? Now I must admit, I've not seen anyone else on the internet or Facebook or in the videos or on telly doing this. So I'm going to Bagsy it as my own. I'm sure it's been done. So can you see? So now we need something to, is it dry? A little bit wet. It's not going to work, so wipe it off. Have I got another glittery pen? Oh, this one might work. It's still too wet because it's so. What happens is if it's not dry enough, the paper, it soaks in the colour. Can you see? And it's not bright enough. So you do need to really. Yeah, it's not dry enough. I wonder if gold will sit on it. Oh, about this gold. Let me see. Right, I'm going to go with this gold. It's a bit wet, this paper, but I don't care. Hopefully you can just see that. This is all about letting the pen do the work and you not trying to be in charge of the pen. You're guiding it. You're not pushing it around, you're guiding it. And that gives you a lot more stability when you're doing it. So here, keep your pen upright and just guide it around. And just guide your pen around. Now the heat is drying the fibres in the paper, which is good. That you might want to sort of sort that out. So here, now I would get my colouring pencils on this and add some depth with my colouring pencils. I know we've got a few people, well, I think they clicked on before, they might not be watching now, but who actually they love the colouring. So here, and this is an oil-based pen, so, or alcohol-based pen. So what happens is it does sink into the paper, but it sort of sits on top. It's like oil and water. And it's a great base, this, for putting other colours. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my pen, my black pen, the fat pen and the thin pen. I'm just going to do some dots. No, I know it doesn't look much at the moment, but when I get my other pen on it as well. So just there. And then when you get your thinner pen, you can get your more shading done that way. But at the moment, this is going to be, yeah, it's a bit thick, but it gives you the idea, because on camera those other pens look tiny. So, and this is a really good way of putting depth down before colour. With it being an alcohol pen as well, or whatever marker it is, it's quite happy to sit on top of the blues and stuff. So just giving it a little bit more depth there. And then, I mean, I won't be able to do much now, but you sort of bring your dots fine. I've got it all over my arm and more out towards the next person. Here, can you see, I've got this circle and no definition. So this is where I really need to define it. So I'm just going to put in like a stitch, like a wiggly line. I want it to look like it's been stitched down. Okay, so if it needs it, I'll go around it again. Right, you can still see it, so let's go. I'll put in some long stitches on it now. And then some stitches around that to make it look appliqued. You can carry on forever. What time is it? Oh, I have. Luminette. So I might go away and finish that, or I might finish it. But I am actually loving doing this. Can you see how the gold is melting? Looks really strange. Right, so I'm looking at that. I need a focal point for the middle. It doesn't sit right with me at the moment, and I'm thinking that's because it's not there. It's just not there. So I've got this blue here. I'm going to pick up this and just, it's done. Yes. So put that colour on. That one or that one? That one or that one? That one. Right. So got out of focus again. Thank you. I'll come and say thank you and, you know, love to everybody when I've finished this and I can get online. Just going to add a tiny bit of this colour behind it, and then blend it out. And one, it brings that colour out and the behind colour. And see how it's brought that right out now. So we need to think, I'm going to put a pearl on it. Maybe not with that pen. So let's see this one. Yeah. Like that. And I'm looking at this and I'm just going to put, see, I'm looking at these and then I'm looking at these arrows. Sorry about the vision. I'll look at the camera as soon as I go off there. I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. Needless to say, it doesn't normally happen like this. And in between, like a little flower that shows the connection between the shapes on the outside, the shapes on the inside. So there we go. And I'll have a big pearl in the middle of it. All right, so thank you very much. It's still not finished in my eyes. It needs colour, it needs damping down, and it needs a bit of taming. Don't forget what they look like. Eventually, you know, we've got this one with the coloured papers, and we've got this one. So, you know, bear in mind when the pearls are on, it'll look totally different. So I want to say a huge thank you to you. Actually, look, thank you very much indeed for your time. I can't thank you lot enough for being part of my my friendship, my group, everything. And I consider, you know, the people I've met to be true friends. I really do. So thank you very much. If you'd like to go and have a look at the Patreon page and perhaps think about, so, you know, £5 a month will really help me, any amount. But, you know, so I'd like to say I'd like to say thank you, and I'll keep doing free ones as long as I can. So big thank you. I'm going to show you some different lives soon, and some classes. So bye for now.